All right, folks. Just think that's pretty cool. Wanted to show that. Let the sun shine in. Just think that's pretty neat. Just pretty. And there you have it. Sand cave. Really cool. Big bluffage gods all over it. Just a cool area. Just a cool area. A little bit of graffiti here and there, unfortunately, but that's always been there every time I've come around. Called a bear bed, but there's no bears. And of course, all sorts of graffiti. And then that big boulder in the middle. Pretty cool area though. Pretty cool area. And of course, I love this photo, this scene. Cool big shelter cave. In fact, I recall a hike with the River to River Trail Society where I took shelter under this cave to get out of the rain. It was a nice little refreshing rain shelter. Big old fire pit there. All the little prints, horseshoe prints. Just a pretty area, that is for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, there should be some old man in the woods in here because I found some.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. There's some not so old horse poop right there. Don't step in there. I bet there's some copperheads under all that. Well, hey there, old man. What are you doing? Hanging out? You hanging out in the woods? Got two old men hanging out in the woods.
In a cave.
In a cave. Hugging each other. Not social distancing. Not wearing masks. That's a pretty cool shelter there. Love this big chunk of bluffage right there, just that thing. Just think that's really cool. All sorts of cool birds and stuff. Hawk. Something about this area I really like. Maybe it's the creek and the way there's fewer trees and it's all kind of beat down from what I'm assuming a flood comes through here every now and then. And just pretty area. The creek looks neat. Big rocks. Little bits of clear water. Just a little fishies, little tadpoles and minnows. Just a pretty cool little area. I just think that's a really good looking scene right there. And this little area of very few trees. I mean, there's trees, but there's a lot less trees and the dense, thick forests around it. Got us all sorts of bluffage here. We're gonna come back in the winter, follow the bluff line. And then right over here we got the luxurious Bay Creek, the longest creek in the world. Yep, because pretty much everywhere you go, there's Bay Creek sitting there looking at you. Pretty cool. Pretty cool bluffage. Pretty cool bluffage. There's like a little side trail right up here. Wonder what this is. This is just like an interesting piece of bluffage. Oh, this just goes around. It's just like a shortcut of the trail.
This is very interesting.
Yeah. All right, found us a cool little rock that was like a bench. Took us a little break. Now we're gonna be back on the trail, heading for the River to River Trail, Ruby Falls Junction, all that good stuff. Pretty area. So, if you want a really good experience hiking, I highly recommend this trail. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's you can get the app that I told you about, the River to River app. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Got some Karens.
Really?
But this whole trail is really wild, and it's just really cool because there's just tons to see. So no money. But I highly recommend it, and it's rugged, it's well defined, it's marked, the blazed 030 and all that. Then you'll get some river to river trail and just follow the map. And you can get the individual maps at the Garden of the Gods outpost as well, paper maps. And I do believe you can buy the individual maps on Avenza for like 99 cents or something like that. If not, $10 for the bundle. It's worth it. Get 6 cool maps that you can do overnight hiking with. So they're all designed to allow for that. But this is a fun trail. And look at it, it's just wild looking. And that's quite a bit of it. And even though horses use it, it really ain't that badly damaged. So this is gonna make some certain users mad, but it wouldn't be the first time. Don't do this trail when it's really wet, because as you can see, these side-by-sides and these four-wheelers come out here illegally. It's not legal because they're not street legal vehicles, and they rip through this trail and just tear it up, and they love doing it when it's wet. And of course, you know, they don't come back and repair it like all the other user groups do. The horses, they come out and they repair their own damage. Hikers repair their own damage. Mountain bikers repair their own damage. And then the four-wheelers and the side-by-sides, they just tear it up and leave. Not all off-road folks are like that. There are some good ones. Jeep and Shawnee, for example, is a really good organization made up of Jeepers who enjoy jeeping legally in the Shawnee, and they do a lot of good. So I'm telling anyone who does four-wheeler and side-by-sides, if you want to try to get the Forest Service to give you an area to do that, I'm all for it. Just do it the right way, you know. Try to form an organization, a group, and you know, try to help the forest, and people will be more supportive of you. Wow. But you can see here it's pretty bad with horse damage and the side-by-side damage. Huh?
I thought it was going to end badly.
So if you come out here when it's wet, it's going to be hell.
You've done it.
Yeah, we've done it. Excuse my French, but the H word warrants. It's going to be misery. Me and Michelle were here, we did it, and they got mad when we posted about it. Some of the four-wheeler people, they did not like me doing that, and they told us find our own trails. There's other trails. The problem is this is the river to river trail. This is a widely used trail. It's not their trail. So they used to not enforce it in the 80s, and as a result there was major erosion, major damage to the forest, and now that's enforced. So got to respect the forest.
About face planting.
Michelle about face planted.
Pick your feet up.
I would have had to turn the camera around and put it on her. That'd have been our teaser.
I'd have been angry.
Yep, she'd been angry. Whoa.
See, it's what you get.
Hey, I about face planted. That's
What you get.
that's what I get for making fun of Michelle. Getting close to being done with the trail. So far we've went around 5 miles, including the amount I didn't turn on Strava, so pretty good hike for today. Might be about 6 miles in total length. So, pretty good hike. It was kind of warm, but there's kind of a breeze, so it wasn't too warm. Don't you agree?
Oh, no, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad for a summer day. So it is July. So we're on trail 30 again, and we're just gonna keep trekking forward.